Welcome. Go ahead and just take a deep, settling breath. Yeah. I want you to join me in a quiet space for just a moment, somewhere away from, all the demands and the noise of your day. We're not here to talk about hustling harder or moving faster. No, we're here to talk about something far more powerful. We're here to talk about that silent engine, the one that's within you, the one that drives you through storm and struggle. We are here to awaken your unstoppable mindset. So what is this really? The word unstoppable, it can feel a little intimidating, right? But it doesn't mean you become invincible. It definitely doesn't mean you're suddenly free from fear or doubt. The truly unstoppable mindset it's a quiet, profound resilience. It's this unwavering belief that you can actually grow through your challenges, not just, get through them. It's about learning how to sustain that inner fire, especially when the world feels, cold. And this whole journey, it really begins with our thoughts, specifically with what psychologists call limiting beliefs. And these are those subtle, really convincing stories we tell ourselves, stories that we've somehow come to accept as fact. Things like, oh, I'm just not a creative person, or I've always been disorganized. It's too late for me to change careers. Do any of those echoes sound familiar to you? To pause and just gently ask yourself, is that really true? What is the actual evidence for this belief? More often than not, you'll find the evidence it's flimsy. It's built on old fears or past experiences that they just don't apply anymore. And this is where the science becomes a source of just incredible hope. See, our brains have this remarkable ability called neuroplasticity. Just imagine your mind is like a forest, a well-traveled forest. Some of those paths, the ones of self-doubt and negative self-talk, they're really wide and well-worn simply because you've walked them for years. Neuroplasticity is your brain's proven ability to carve totally new paths. Every time you consciously challenge a limiting belief, every time you replace it with a more empowering one, like, I'm learning to be creative, or I can build better systems, you are physically forging a new trail in your brain. Change isn't just a poetic idea. It is a biological process that you have the power to direct. So, okay, how do we begin carving these new paths? Well, this brings us to this powerful concept of grit. There's a researcher, Angela Duckworth, and she discovered that the single greatest predictor of long-term success, it isn't talent or IQ or even privilege. It's grit. That unique combination of passion and perseverance toward a meaningful goal. But here's the secret, okay? Grit, it isn't forged in these grand, heroic moments of crisis. No, it's cultivated in the small, the seemingly insignificant choices you make every single day. It's choosing to do that 10th rep at the gym when your muscles are just screaming to stop at 9. It's sitting down to write for 15 minutes, even when you feel completely uninspired. It's about keeping that one small promise you made to yourself. Each of these tiny victories, it sends a powerful signal to your subconscious. I am someone who follows through. I am someone who can be trusted. And you don't need to wait for some, tidal wave of motivation to begin. Motivation's a fickle guest. An unstoppable mindset is really built on the bedrock of habits. Mentally resilient people, they aren't always more courageous or more gifted. They are simply more consistent. They build a structure for their goals, and they honor that structure, especially on the days their fire feels like a faint flicker. That is how you protect and sustain your flame. So let's kind of bring it all together here. The unstoppable mindset, it's a practice. It's a gentle but firm discipline, and it has 3 parts. So first, you become the curious observer of your own mind. You identify and you question those limiting beliefs that have held you captive, encouraging you. Second, you build grit. Just choose 1 or 2 small, consistent habits. Things that prove to yourself every day that you are capable. And third, you cultivate a growth mindset. You train yourself to reframe challenges. A setback is not a judgment on your worth. It is simply data, a lesson for the next attempt. Look, this is not an overnight transformation. It's a quiet, moment-by-moment commitment to yourself. It's the choice, made again and again and again, to just tend to that fire within. You possess this power. You have this capacity. It is already inside you, just waiting for your permission to be unleashed. Now, as you move back into your day, I'd like you to hold on to a question for me. What is one limiting story you've been telling yourself? And what is just one single, tiny action you can take this week to begin writing a new, more empowering one?